In another life, across the sea or somewhere just as far away, I was Junior Field Medic Kiri Amaranth. Now it's usually just Kiri. It's been 14 years, 3 months, and 28 days since I've been home. I'm almost 200 years old, and sometimes I still catch myself counting the hours. I miss home. But more than home, I miss her, the Queen. The last time I saw her was when she was captured in the final days of the war, right before my exile. I just can't help but feel restless in this place. I guess that's why I took up wandering. But it hasn't been all bad. There are wonderful people in this part of the world. There's beauty, both natural and magical, just waiting to be found. And this is where I met Dev. They're not quite like anyone I've encountered before, but they remind me of home. It's been nice to have someone to travel with again. But I still call out to her every night. She never answers. I don't know if she's still out there, still alive, but I have to have faith. For myself, for my people, and for my queen.
Hi there. I'm Devereaux Thistlebrook. My family owns Featherdown Traders. It's a small farm and general merchant operation headquartered in the small hamlet of Featherton. It's just on the other side of the hills outside of Fabreach. The farm produces wonderful cheeses, and they grow, dry, and distribute many different blends of tea. My younger sister Desiree is taking over the family business for my mother. But me? I guess I'm a bit of an oddity in halfling culture. You see, most halflings are perfectly content to stay home and keep a predictable, dull routine. Ugh. Me, though? I don't care for business or homesteading or any of that predictable stuff. It's boring, mundane, sedentary. So I've decided to spend my life as an explorer, just like my dad before me. There's always so much out there to see. Plants, animals, and all manner of fantastic creatures. I just gotta get out and see it for myself. So, I use some of my skills to act as a cartographer and guide for hire for other adventurers and travelers. I also keep a journal of all my own experiences, and I catalog the strange and wonderful things that I've seen in my trips. Someday, I hope that I'll write a book of my own. And when it gets published, I can be famous. Well, I can be more famous than any other halfling I've ever heard of in the realms. You know?
Why, hello there. I'm Salix of the Evertrees. I was raised by my parents in the massive forest just south of Valzara with my brother Kendall. We are only about a year apart in age, and we've always been really close, but we're pretty different. I'm a druid of the land, tasked with the care of a very old willow tree. The magic was strong in my blood when I was younger, so I was marked with ink I made from her bark. Kendall, not so much. A while back, I also heard of the god Cord, and it struck something in me. Since then, I've been training with the monks at the monastery outside Valzara to answer the call of the Stormlord. I don't know what he has in store for me, but I know it's something important. I recently also had to get Kendall out of some trouble he got himself into after he decided to leave our people. Now we're on the road for adventure. I don't want to live without him. We belong together like tea and honey. I don't know how far I can go from my tree, though. No one in our community has ever left their grove for very long or gone very far. But I guess we'll find out. Willow will be safe with Mother and Father. I hope.
Hi there, my name's Kendall Evertree from the Evertree Grove. It's a pleasure to meet you. Where are you from? Wait, no, that's not what this is about. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Kendall, Kendall Evertree, and I was born to the Evertree Grove. The Evertree Grove is south of Alzara. Normally an elf born into the grove becomes a druid, and becoming a druid means that you bond to a tree and you forever take care of it to make sure nothing ever happens to that tree. Now, although there's nothing wrong with that, that just wasn't me, which is a little strange specifically because my mom and dad are the elders of the grove, and their firstborn is kind of expected to go down that same lane. And to be honest, most everybody in the grove is a druid. Okay, everybody in the grove's a druid except for me. I'm actually quite proud of that. There isn't really anybody in the grove's history who didn't bond to a tree. Now, it kind of labeled me as an outcast, but that's okay with me. I don't plan on staying around too long, and I've actually left already, but I got myself into trouble. The trouble always seems to find me somehow. It's definitely not my fault. I don't care what Salix tells you. Oh yeah, and how could I tell you about myself without telling you about Salix? Salix is my younger sister and my best friend. She's basically the grove's prodigy. She's the best druid I've ever seen. And, well, she keeps me out of trouble. We do everything together, and, well, she's my voice of reason, and without her, I don't know what I'd do. But now we're going out into the world, and we're going to explore. We're going to see every corner of this world, and the realm, I know, has a lot to offer. So if you have any place that you know is amazing, just send me a message. I'd love to see it. Well, anyways, I'll see you around.
Here we go. Now I'm unmuted. I'm so good at this. And y'all are also not working either. So let me just fix this really quick.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Now y'all are good. Hey. I've never done this before. This is like my first time ever being a dungeon master or a streamer. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Today is Sunday, and it's 3 o'clock. Therefore, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons on the internet with our Sunday friends. Do we want to do a quick introduction really quick? Let's start with Salix.
What should we introduce? about
Whatever
ourselves?
you feel like. What does your heart call you to introduce yourself to do?
Hello. My real name is Erisavad. I'm playing Salix today. Yep. She's a druid monk from a monastery of Cord. She also, bonded with a tree before leaving her grove. So there's some implications there. And she left because she wanted to go on adventures with her brother Kendall.
Which brings us to Kendall. They did just hear y'all's introduction, though, so just, it's cool.
Hey.
But it's cool. It's cool. I just want to let you know. I'm here for
That's
you.
fine.
I'm here for you.
Yeah, I'm Juan Carlos, and I'll be playing Kendall, Salix's older brother.
By 1 year.
By 1 year. It still counts. It's a whole year.
They're elvish twins.
Elvish twins, yeah, I like that. Elvish twins from a grove, the only non-druid, but you're right, we already went through that. And playing for Ofray has taught me that I like playing more than I like DMing, so let's get to playing.
Alex.
Hi everybody, I'm Alex. I use they them pronouns, and I am playing Kiri, who is now officially an Oath of the Ancients Paladin, which I'm super hyped about. And yeah, they're real sad. They just want to go home.
Big mood. Big fucking mood. Last but not least.
Me.
Hi, I'm Ren, and today I will be playing the role of Devereaux Thistlebrook. You can just call him Dev for short. I need to emphasize that Dev is just a plucky halfling who wants to go on adventures and see the world and get into no trouble, But sometimes the world has a really great knack for throwing all sorts of crap in the way. Hi, everybody.
Speaking of, last we left off, our friends were in the Wildwoods, which is a western part of the main continent, a wild and untamed land, full of mystery and surprises, both good and bad, depending on your point of view. So let's start off. We're going to start off in the morning after you have all had a long rest. You all gain the benefits of said long rest. And the day is young. I believe that y'all were heading north to go to this uncharted land. The day is... Go ahead.
We were headed that way, but we might not want to. Or I guess, are we gonna still check it out? Anyone?
I think so.
I think we have to find somebody to help us with this book. And I kind of point to my satchel.
Well, I did, so do you remember Leona, Kendall? We met her, not too long ago, right? You remember?
Yeah, she's the elf with all the gold.
Yeah, she's the one who got you out of that pit. Well, I got a sending from her, and she was asking more about botany. I love that she's so interested in it. And I kind of told her kind of what happened in my response. So we might already have someone already ready to help. She hasn't messaged me again because it was really late when I answered. But we'll see.
Does that mean we have to go back?
No. I don't think so. I mean, well, she's obviously a lot more powerful and well connected. She could probably find us if she wanted to, right? I think.
Oh, that's true. So we can just keep going where we're going and she'll find us.
Sure. Or she'll message me and tell me if there's anywhere we can go, if she knows of anything. If not, then that, she'll ask about flowers again.
Does that mean Casper's gonna be with her? Because I might have to get some bacon for her.
I'm pretty sure we can get bacon just about anywhere.
Really? That's not like some kind of special...
No, well, we don't have a lot of pigs where we are from, but there are plenty of places in the world who do have pigs.
Oh, I see.
If I might interject for a moment, what are you two talking about?
Oh.
Right.
Sorry, we gotta stop doing that, Salix.
Well,
There's other people
anyways,
with us now.
Sorry. So
Friends of yours?
Yes, when we left our home the first time, Kendall actually ran away, and Tell me you didn't.
I didn't, because technically I was on a delivery. It just
But
took
you
me a lot
didn't
longer to
come
get back, that's
back?
all. They threw him in a big
Anyways.
hole.
He got thrown in a big hole after he did some stupid things. And when I went to go find him, I ran into some really lovely people. One of them had pink hair, and her name was Leona, and she was really, really sweet. She actually rescued me from kind of a bad situation at night when I got into town. And then,
Wait, you didn't tell me about that. What happened?
just it's It's nothing. I'd rather not think about it ever again. Thanks.
Fair enough.
So anyways, she got me out of that, and she brought me back to where she was staying with her friends, and we in the morning they came with us to help get Kendall out. I'm really lucky that she was there, and she's nice enough to actually give them the money that they needed. But anyways, she seemed pretty well connected from the friends that she was traveling with, and well, she was, really nice, and so she might know a way to help us. So when she sent me a message, I sent her one back, and I told her that we found a really bad book, and that there was some sort of undead army growing, and that we weren't sure what to do. So at least someone important somewhere knows, or will soon.
She had a
And
really cool friend with her too, Kesra. She taught me about bacon, booze, and money. I mean, Leona's very sweet and all, but I think I would like to talk to Kesra a little bit more. I think she's got a lot more things of interest to teach me.
I'm sorry, I'm still a little confused. Do people in this part of the world normally exchange bacon when they meet each other?
well, we were just having breakfast in the morning after getting Kendall out of the hole, and there was bacon, and we started talking about it, and next thing you know, we were at a butcher, and bacon all around.
It was a day of firsts for me.
Okay.
Wait, have you had bacon?
I have.
Oh, okay. Then you understand, I think.
A little bit.
So, rabbit?
Ooh.
I offer everyone a skewer of
Salix,
rabbit
you have an
leftovers.
advantage. Courtesy of MKAY. 1713.
I graciously take the rabbit off the platter and start nibbling delicately. In between mouthfuls, I say, so, when do we want to head out? Heading north? That way. And I point yonder.
I'm chomping on a skewer of rabbit, just not so delicately, just whenever I'm ready.
I've been awake for a while, so I'm ready to go whenever everyone else is.
It's gonna take me a minute, but I just gotta pack up and then I'll be good to go.
I can help if you'd like, Dev.
I'll start dousing the fire.
Devereaux,
Yes?
as you're beginning to pack up your belongings, you find something that didn't seem to be there before. It's it's like a small book, a thin book. Not hardbound, just with a leather, almost like a journal.
Is it just tucked in my stuff?
It's just tucked into your stuff.
How did it get here? Okay. I snatch it up.
Okay, are you gonna open it?
Yes.
Okay. You open it up to the first page, and there's a note that slips open, or it kind of like falls out. It's a little loose leaf. And it's addressed to you.
Interesting. What's it say?
In Elvish, it says, Devereaux, we miss you terribly in the village. Our late night feasts are simply not the same without you. But we understand your wanderlust. So we've sent along something we believe can help you. Signed, S. You leaf through, and it is a very beautifully illustrated, incredibly detailed instruction manual on arcane archery. And as you open it up, you feel the warmth seep from this book into your hands, and you get to level up.
They didn't have to do this. Oh, look at all of these beautiful illustrations. I swear, I always knew that they were an excellent drawer, but I should be able to master these techniques in no time. I kind of fold the journal back together, slip the note back in, and tie it up and stick it in my pouches on my side. And I'm going to take particular care not to lose it.
Very good.
I'm smiling ear to ear.
Kendall looks over and sees them smiling very high, and he feels better thinking that he's doing a good job helping them pack up.
Kendall, yeah, that's fine. Just keep nice and tight. Make sure that those things are not loose. We don't want anything falling out while we're on the trail.
You got it, Dev.
Oh no, it's so cute. All right.
Salix, I'll help you out in a second. I'm gonna help Dev first.
This is great. Okay, man.
Meanwhile, I'm just thinking that everyone's in a really good mood today because I didn't die.
Well, I mean, that's a great way to start the day, too. No one being dead.
Oh, that
I
was
mean, it
internal
definitely helps.
monologuing.
This
Point
is
still
one
stands.
that definitely helps.
All right. You are all heading north? What does this travel party look like? Are you heading quickly? Are you walking briskly? Are you trying to move quietly, slowly, taking in the sights?
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Everyone is each a different one.
Dev is definitely, I'm plodding along, taking down everything I'm seeing. Just like, oh, look at that. This tree. Ooh, it's a little bit gnarled. Oh, do you see these moss? Ooh,
Salix
smells
is
funny.
right there explaining any plant she knows and taking notes and little samples of any plant she doesn't. I'm 100% there.
Kendall's right next to both of them, crouched and just trying to soak in as much as he can, but I mean, not a lot gets through, but he's very happy to be listening to talk.
And I am joyfully watching all of this occur and taking in the sights of this part of the world.
Just a whole bunch of tourists, I guess.
Forests.
They're so full of
Think about that.
everything.
And it is a splendid morning. In fact, you are all so wrapped up in the little things that you find that you almost miss something very big. You're walking along this trail, and Kira, you're probably the first to see it, since you are the main observant one in this. It seems like you are the one paying most attention to your actual surroundings instead of what's directly in front of you. You know, forest for the trees situation.
Sure, yeah.
You see a building of some sort, a structure, I would say. It's made of stone, and it stands about 20 feet tall, and it looks just like a large compound, a large square compound. But as you approach, you see that one side of this, the side that you're approaching, this trail that you seem to be following, kind of, it goes to it, and then it kind of goes around it as well. So the trail naturally leads you to this opening, essentially. And as you all walk closer, this is very obvious for the rest of you now. About 30 feet in front of this building begins a set of staircases. And you see that the staircases are very steep. These staircases were clearly not built for regular-sized humanoids. This building, as you look down, you see is massive and goes pretty far down. But you would imagine... Let me go ahead and get some perception checks. Or an investigation check if you prefer, if you're taking a closer look.
15 for Kendall.
Dirty 20 for Salix.
6 for me.
All on perception? Devereaux?
16 investigation.
Okay. Can y'all repeat those numbers for perception for me again? 30, dirty 20. Oh, I see it on your web captioner. Hey!
Useful.
So useful. Salix, pretty much all of you would be able to tell that this structure is old. In fact, you would be willing to call it ancient. This is what you would define as a ruin. You see that pieces of the structure have begun to crumble. Moss grows up the side. Nature is reclaiming this structure as its own. Somewhere within this den, you can hear water trickling, but you don't hear any other creatures or wildlife or, heaven forbid, monsters inside.
Oh gosh, oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh yes. Let's go. Come on, let's go inside. We have to go inside. Let's go inside.
We do have to go inside.
Yes, let's go inside.
Alrighty.
I've heard it just...
Kiri?
I'm already pushing past. Ready to just delve into the entrance to this building.
So these massive stairs, actually, Dev, are taller than you are.
Okay. Lowering myself down
And
each step.
they are covered in moss and lichen and vines that are sprawling downwards into this cavern. So you are able to, especially with the help of your fellow adventurers, able to. But I just wanted to know that every time Dev takes a step down, they disappear.
I want to go down the stairs first, and then I look up, waiting for them to like peer over, and I kind of go, "Ah." See if Dev wants to be caught or not. I'll get you if you need it.
I'll let you know. Jump down.
Oh yeah, you don't need it at all. And then I start jumping down another step.
Kiri, are you following?
Yeah, I'm gonna hang back though with Salix a bit and kind of like lean over and mention. Feels irresponsible to not keep moving, but I can't help but want to look.
Well, it has been a really long time since anybody's done anything about the plants here. It probably is pretty cool.
Probably is.
Dev, there's so many steps.
Come on, let's go before they hurt themselves.
There's so many smells.
Probably a good idea.
It smells so weird.
I was
Like-
gonna say good.
Can you ever think of a smell being big? Like a big smell?
I haven't. That's what this smells like.
Right? Big.
Devereaux and Kendall, you two are first on the scene as you descend maybe 30 steps downward. And as you continue to go down this corridor, the stone walls on either side go up to the ceiling 30, 40, 50, 60 feet the more you go down. Kendall, I'm assuming that because you speak a giant, that you know giants? We're just going to make this leap, this logical leap together. Are you ready?
Alrighty, I would assume that I met one giant, maybe.
Specifically, a half giant, actually.
A half giant. Awesome.
And you are... Hold on, let's change this music to impending adventure.
I don't like the word impending, but I do like adventure.
So, you start to recognize there are some runes almost etched into the walls. You notice that the structure reminds you of your giant friend. So you imagine that this place was built for creatures that are much, much bigger than you are. And as you descend maybe 20, 30 steps, you find it takes you half an hour to get down them. But you find the bottom. This cavern opens up into this massive underground. There's only one word that you think of, and this is a den of some sorts, a cavern, a place where people gather. Devereaux and Kendall, and then, of course, Kiri and Salix, as you come down, you see nature has come down with you, before you, and has already begun to, you see more moss coming up the side. You see a couple places where the ceiling has caved in, where there is basically small waterfalls that trickle down, and pool on the ground, where you see lots of flora and fauna just loving this unclaimed space. The stone here is dark, probably a couple 100 years old at least, you would imagine. And as this opens up, you see that there are, it's very dark in here. Devereaux does not have dark vision, am I correct?
You would be correct.
Okay, Devereaux, you no longer can see.
Whoa. Okay. Well then, I suppose I can light a torch.
Good.
And I will do that.
Devereaux, you have advantage.
As
From
I see
Revenant.
as I see them pulling out a torch, I will essentially just say a few words in Druidic. The tattoos on my arm and my hand light up, and then almost a puff of smoke flies out towards the torch to light it.
What?
Why, thank you, Salix.
Thank you? What color is the flame?
It's just a natural fire. Nothing special.
Just no flint and tinder needed. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's one of the tricks that I learned how to light something small. I really only actually needed to light the corner there, and then the rest of it caught almost immediately because it was ready to go.
Like lighting a good bowl in a pipe.
Yeah, or like a candle.
Yeah, I guess.
It doesn't work if you need a little bit more of oomph behind it, but it's nice for little things.
As they're talking, I'm still kind of just wandering farther in, mindlessly, not realizing that I'm kind of leaving people behind me.
Definitely.
Just taking in all the sights.
Everybody has advantage thanks to Dexara.
Yay!
Thank you, Dax.
Now that I can see with the torch, I just kind of see how big everything is.
Just as a note, I told the Monday friends this, but if you have 3 advantage, you can trade that in for a crit.
Awesome.
Kendall, you begin to search forward in this, and you see, with your limited dark vision, but now enhanced by this torch light, you can see that this is a massive, what almost looks like to be a feast hall. You see these tables are 10 feet tall. There's about 4 of them in a big area. Then the area continues to go on forward, but it's a bit dark past there. You do see one...
Wait.
I'm sorry, Kendall. You do see one little light on the far right, like a small torch that lights up just that area.
Whoa, look how big these tables are. They would all... And then I stop mid-sentence and I see that torch. And I just start walking towards it. Hold on, I'll be back.
Kendall, where are you going?
Kendall, hold up. Trying to
I
chase
do not.
after you.
I keep walking intently. But then I start to crouch just a little bit, and then I start to slow my footsteps, and I start to make less and less noise as I possibly can.
Okay, roll me a stealth.
$17.
All right, you feel pretty hidden. In fact, the rest of you feel like you almost don't even see where Kendall went. If you weren't looking directly at him whenever he walked away, you don't know if you would have been able to see him. Was anybody not following Kendall?
I'm sorry, but I am closely behind Kendall.
Okay, you are closely behind Kendall.
Because I'm making sure that you don't go wandering off. And, I got a feeling that I might have accidentally bumped into you when you slowed down.
Oh, hey, Dad.
Oh, hey, did you trip or something? You just stopped.
No, there's a light, and lights don't burn themselves.
Oh, up ahead? I try to put the torch. Oh, this is really going strong.
I used Druidcraft to put it out real quick.
Okay.
Oh, good job, Dev. That's a good idea.
As you walk closer, Kendall, Kiri, Salix, you see that there is a massive, colossal tableau, like a big hunk of square stone in the very center. It's taller than all of you are. You can't see what's on top, but on either side you see, on each left and right, there are two pedestals that are half that height. So you have two stone blocks and then a big stone block in the center. And you see that on this side, now you can see that there are actually 3 torches, and one of them is lit on this side, and on the other side there's actually 3 torches and none of them are lit. Let me get a perception check again.
That's another 17.
Okay.
Natural 20 for me to make a 26.
A Kiri.
8 plus 2, so 10.
And Devereaux.
17 minus 1, so 16.
Perfect. Salix, you see that there is actually a section of the wall underneath that torch that is opened. As if there's a room.
Ooh, let's go.
I whisper, because we are obviously, possibly not alone here. I kind of catch Kendall's tunic and I say, "Hey, there's a room over there. It looks open, but we might want to be careful."
Yeah, so don't go touching anything, okay?
You neither.
I won't. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go.
The two of you find this room, and it is about 30 feet tall, maybe 40 feet tall, and not super wide, not super long, but there's a runic inscription along the back, and only Kendall can read it.
And I read.
It says, round 1 succeeded.
Round 1 succeeded.
And underneath it says, will you play again?
Will you play again? That's what that says up there, look.
I
What do you
can't
think
read that.
means? Well, I know. I just read it for you. I'm just pointing
Oh.
out what I'm
Well,
looking
why would you
at.
tell me to look?
So maybe you can learn a little bit of giant.
Okay. All right. So what does that mean? Is that some sort of game?
I did. And I look around the rest of the room and see if I can see if there was like a game played or anything.
So in this room, there's nothing. It's empty.
Maybe we should
Maybe
go back.
maybe whoever's ahead of us finished the round. Maybe we'll get to see him do the next round. What do you think giants do for fun?
I don't know. You're the one that met that one half giant. Why didn't you ask?
Because I was too busy talking to them.
mean, I guess
We didn't
learning
have
a
that much
whole
time.
learning a whole language takes a lot of effort. But like, wouldn't you think that part of learning the language is to learn about the culture because that's where a lot of the words come from? You should know things like this.
Well, they like to stomp on things. I don't know.
I feel like that's a little racist,
Oh,
probably
well,
inaccurate, and can we just not ever say that again?
well, you're right,
Okay.
but
Let's
we won't
go.
ever know unless we see. So let's
Yeah,
go
but
find out.
well, we should probably get our companions real quick, and
Wait,
make sure
this
we're all
this is
together.
Juan Carlos. Is Devin Kiri not with us?
I think I am.
Probably follow behind you, but
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I turn around and you're right there.
oh hey,
Oh,
we're here too.
gosh, you're so quiet.
Let's put it up for a vote. Who votes? We keep going and find out what round 2 means.
Me, me. Can I vote twice?
You sure can, Dev.
Yes, I vote
Put 'em
twice. One for each hand.
You see that? That's 6 against 1, Salix. 5. I can count.
That
I
math
mean,
tracks.
sure. I didn't say we couldn't. I just wanted to make sure we were all staying together.
Alrighty, Salix. Let's do this.
Kiri,
And I zip straight to the doorway and I put my hand behind, or I put my back to the side of it, and I
So there's not a doorway here. It's just an open, like,
Oh.
cut into the wall.
Yeah, so I go over to the side
side.
of it, and then I just peer over the corner and just go see what I see.
Make a perception check.
That's an 18.
Okay. You look over and now you see you are on the side of these three three gargantuan stones. Stone. I don't want to say pillar. What is the word I'm looking for? It's almost like a table with two stone pedestals on either side, like platforms. They're platforms. One big platform in the center, two smaller platforms on the side, still both very big. You look and you're actually on the right side of it, and you look around and you see that there's two more torches, but neither of them are lit. You don't see any more rooms to your side. You do, however, see something past these platforms. The hallway continues. But you also see, from here, you could probably see that there's some things on top of the very tall platform.
How
Right.
tall is the platform?
The platform is about 15 feet tall, and the secondary platform is maybe 7.5 feet tall. So you could get on the second platform to get on the main platform.
right
And
behind
it's dark.
Kendall.
Oh, go ahead.
What do you see?
I see 3 platforms. One big one.
You all
I don't know,
also
I-
see this.
Oh. See, look, there's that one in the middle, and there's 2 on the side. I think we can climb them.
Yeah.
Can you see what's on top? I want to know what's on top.
Maybe if I get on your shoulders.
Ooh, let's do it. Come on, let's go.
Okay.
And I get to one of the platforms, and I crouch down to let Dev jump on top.
I just clamber my way up your back.
And then I slowly stand up.
Boots
And
on
then
your
I hold on-
shoulders.
I
head
hold
on
on
your
to
hands
Dev's
on your
feet
head.
to stabilize him. To stabilize them, yeah.
Def make a dexterity check, please.
Oh. That's a 4.
Kendall, make a dexterity saving, or make either a strength saving throw or a dexterity saving throw to catch your friend.
I will go with dexterity, and that's a 15 plus 2, so 17.
Okay, so you're able to grab his hands, the backs of their legs, and hold them up, and
Hey, be
grab
careful
them.
up there.
Stop moving, and maybe I won't be falling.
Oh, well, okay. Channel a tree. I'm a tree. I'm a tree.
I'm a tree. I'm a tree. I'm a tree.
Okay.
Try and grab the edge and peer up.
You want to grab the edge of the shorter platform or the taller platform?
Probably have to be the shorter one.
Probably have to be the shorter one. You're able to scramble up. There's not much on top of this larger platform, but there is like a sort of an indentation here in the middle. Like just very, very vague. Like it's been smooth or worn smooth, almost like a staircase over time.
Does it have a shape to it?
Roll a d20.
Oh, it's a 6.
It has a shape, but it's very big. It's hard for you to decipher.
This is pretty comfy. I'm like patting the stone. I could probably sleep here. I can't see anything. It's too tall to the other part.
There's a 20-foot, a 10-foot gap between the platform you're on and the next platform up.
Can you like get up here or something?
Do you want me to toss you up there first?
No, I don't want you to toss me. I want you to climb up here.
Kendall,
Is
you're
Dev
on.
already up?
Yeah.
Is Dev already up? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I wanna jump up there, catch the ledge, and pull myself up.
Athletics check for me, please.
As this happens, I pull some berries out of my pouch and I offer them to Kiri. This is going to be really funny to watch.
I'll take a berry and
I rolled a 12
right.
total.
Okay, yeah, you're able to climb up. It's a bit of a scramble. What does it look like, Kendall?
I jump up and one of my hands slips and I'm hanging by a couple of fingers and I'm swinging about, trying to grab the other one and trying to pull myself, and my feet are like scratching at the stone pillar, and just eventually I'm able to kind of just flop up on top and like pull my leg over, and then
Out of breath, Kendall has joined you.
Oh,
Expertly done.
thanks, Dev.
I peer over and wave at Kiri and Salix. Hi, we're up here. Okay, how do we get up there?
Well,
Do you want to try climbing? You did that one really well.
I will say, now that you two are up on top of this platform, you see the next platform. What tools are Devereaux and Kendall proficient in?
tools. I am proficient in the loot.
Cartographer's tools.
Are any of you proficient in any games?
No.
No.
Give
Not
me
proficient.
each of you give me an intelligence check.
Heyo. It's Kendall's strong suit. You got the 13.
So I think I need to use my halfling luck.
Go ahead.
Oh man. That would be 2 ones in a row.
No! You have advantage.
I do.
You do. You actually earned, what was it?
I'll go ahead and roll it.
4 today.
How so?
I was told by Mindy that Belle, Mindy, and Dax all did 1 each. And then,
Mindy was just for you, Salix.
Well, no, there were more
Oh,
apparently,
how did I miss this?
because chat went really fast for a while. But Mindy messaged me to make sure that we knew.
So
I rolled
you
a 3.
There was, for me, I got Belle, Mindy, Dax, and Mindy again. For Dev, Belle, Mindy, Dax, and Morgan.
Okay,
Kendall
so hold on,
was-
just tell me how many each.
4 for me, 4 for Dev, 3 for Kendall, 3 for Kiri.
Wow, damn y'all. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get on this.
Well, I just spent 1 to roll a 3.
Okay.
Better than a 1.
It looks like a game of chess.
Oh, with my modifier, that makes it a 6. Woo!
Oh, okay, yeah. It looks like a game of chess. Of Dragonchess. But a very, very, very large game of chess.
Kendall,
Yeah. Yes.
this is a big game board.
Ooh.
Okay, now you can throw me.
Are you serious?
I cross my arms. I never say you could do something if I'm not serious. Now go ahead and throw me.
I've been waiting for this moment.
To throw me?
To do something great. Now let's do it.
Can I quickly position myself between the platforms?
Yes, you
like,
can.
Prepare to catch. Yeah, I'll look at this bad idea occurring in real time, and I'm gonna lean over to Salix. I should probably help them, and I'm gonna
I
stand
prepared cure wounds this
ready to
morning.
catch them.
Alrighty. So I grab Dev by their there's the back here, and then kind of like
not so rough.
I'll be gentle. And then
That's what worries
slowly
me.
I grab the top of their pants in the back, and I go on 3. Are you ready, Dev?
Oh, it's just like childhood all over again. All right.
1, 2, and that's a 15.
For a strength check?
Yes. Oh,
Oh.
I'm sorry. I assumed it was strength, but yes, I rolled strength.
Okay. Devereaux, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. I will say with advantage because you're expecting this.
Wait, can I use one of my advantages as well? Just
Sure. If you want to see if you can roll better.
to roll better, because I think this is kind of an important one. Ooh. Okay. That's 19.
Okay, yeah.
My
All right,
green dice
Deborah.
are in timeout. I rolled 2 5s.
Okay, you are going to take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not
But
bad.
you, as you are thrown across, you think you're going to have great footing and your feet come down and then it's your face. Smacking and you slide across on your face. This platform.
I straighten my glasses. I take them off and make sure that they're not scratched.
Nah.
Jeez. Ugh. Good throw. I just like wave weakly.
Are you okay?
Perfectly fine. We meant to do it.
Did you make it okay, Dev?
Graceful landing. Yes. So, I look at the pieces. Is the board like fresh?
You look around and you know that there are 42 pieces per Dragonchess player. However, on the board, you maybe see only 10 or 12 pieces. You see one cleric. You see each side still has their king. It looks like this game has been played. It looks like it's in the middle of a game.
Interesting.
And as soon as you step on the board, Devereaux,
Oh no.
the hall lights up. Everything is visible now.
Whoa, what'd you do?
Including Devereaux, as you look around, including maybe 100 feet back, where y'all had not explored yet, you see a stone throne. And on this throne is a skeletal figure of a giant, long deceased, still wearing their bronze crown.
It's not moving, is it?
No, but these pieces are as you land on this board, you see each piece kind of come to life, moving a little bit, as if they were all hunched over, and now you see them stand up straight, take their positions, hold their weapons, and look at you expectantly.
Something's happening.
What's happening?
I feel very seen right now.
Who's
Well, you
looking
are
at
up
you?
really high.
And
There's-
someone turned the lights on.
Do these pieces look menacing, or
Not particularly, they're not coming at you, they're not moving towards you, but they are alive. You recognize them as some form of a stone golem.
okay? I don't want to alarm anyone, but there's a skeleton over there.
What?
Which
Where?
you can all see as you look over.
Yes.
Whoa.
And
And the pieces are moving up here. I think they may be my friends. I don't know. Hello? I wave at them.
I wave at them with Dev.
Kendall, are you gonna stay on that lower platform, or are you gonna get up?
I am also going to try to get up there.
Okay.
By
Running and jumping?
running and jumping. Yeah, it's kind of my only.
Okay, make an athletics check. The DC for this is not high because you've got a pretty decent strength.
That's 18 plus 2.
Oh yeah, easy. You make a running leap, and your foot, the arch of your foot, lands on that edge of the platform you were on, and you launch yourself up, landing on your feet above you. As you land, you see these stone golems turn to face you as well,
Oh, hello.
as if you have been recognized.
Right?
Dev, are these your friends? These are the friends you're talking about?
It's hard to say. They don't say much.
Also, I'd like you to notice that I'm better at jumping than climbing.
I did just notice that.
Pretty nice, huh?
I mean, you did really well both times, but
I thought so. Alrighty, so... And then I start kind of shuffling over to my left,
Okay.
and then see what these things do.
Okay. As you shuffle over to your left, crossing the board, which you can see now is checkered,
Ooh.
you would recognize this as a large game of dragon chess.
Dragon chess.
You've seen
Giant
elders
dragon
play
chess.
this, yeah.
Giant's dragon chess. You know who's really good at this? And I kind of walk over to the edge and I look down to see if I can see my sister.
Mhm.
And I say, Salix,
Yeah.
there's a big, giant set of dragon chess up here.
Oh, that's nice. Do you think you want to explore the rest, or did you want to play?
I think the pieces want us to play. They're moving and watching us.
Well, then you should play.
See, I'm not very good at dragon chess. Either we're both bad, but I remember you always beat me at dragon chess.
Well, it wasn't very hard, but
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's my whole point, Salix.
I'm not that great at dragon chess either. I always got confused on the rules, but I mean, I guess we could try. But is there a reason for this? Is there?
I think this is round 2. I look over at Kiri and I say, Kiri, are you any good at dragon chess? Or I shout it down.
And I call back up. No, Dev always beat me.
Dev, you didn't tell me you were a dragon chess champ?
champion would be a little bit of a strong word, but I think Kiri let me win.
Oh, I look at Kiri and I kind of just size him up a little bit.
Don't tell him.
Oh, I won't.
I don't want them to think that.
No, I won't.
I
But I think you're right. They're pretty nice.
While we're talking, I'm kind of moving back and forth and seeing if the pieces are following me.
Nope. They are watching. They seem to be some kind of sentient. They are looking at your moves and kind of. Yeah.
I want to count the pieces on both sides.
Okay. Yeah, there are actually, as you can see, this is the middle of the game, so the pieces are spread out, but there are dark pieces and light pieces. There are about 8 light pieces and 12 dark pieces.
Is there any pieces that are not on the board?
Oh yeah, as you look around, there's actually rubble, where you can see the stone golems have fallen apart or been destroyed. They're just kind of scattered about the board. You look over and now you can see there's rubble on the floor that have maybe some have fallen off the board.
I point them out to Dev and I ask them, hey, did you see those before?
No, I didn't really. But now that you mention it, do you think that they've been destroying one another? Oh, how sad.
I think they hit each other once they take a piece. Are you able to command any of them?
I don't know. Let's check. I walk up to one of them and I slap it. Just put my hand palm down on the stone.
Nothing happens. Are you just trying to move it with your hand? You're trying to like smack it, like give it a like love tap?
Yeah.
Nothing happens. It's a stone.
I walk up to the same
Move.
one next to Dev, and I go, well, let's try this. And I put both hands and I use all my strength to like push one.
No matter how hard you push, it does not move.
Well,
If you said they're sentient, maybe you should try talking to them. Talking to things usually works better than trying to push them.
I run over to
Maybe.
the edge and I go, what?
Wait, you said they're sentient. I can kind of see what you're doing from here. If instead of trying to push them and make them move, you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. So maybe you should try telling them where you want them to go.
And try doing it in giant.
Yeah.
Oh, solid. Okay, great idea. And I go over to the one that we were at, and in giant, I ask, would you kindly please move that way?
Okay.
But it was more like, can you move that way?
The light that emanates in this room grows even brighter, and you hear this deep echoing. All of you hear this deep echoing voice in giant. Only one of you speaks. Test your mettle against this game of mind. Each victory earns reward. Each defeat a penalty. Do you accept?
I run over to the edge again and I go, well, Salix, it looks like you're right. Maybe we shouldn't be here.
Excuse me just a moment while I bring out my calendar book and I write down the day.
so should we
So
not
I
be
have a
standing here?
Well, it's waiting for an answer, but it says if we play and win, we'll win stuff. And if we play and lose, not so much.
Not so much.
And then I point over to the rubble so Dev can see it.
They're gonna turn us into stone?
It didn't exactly say so, but the tone wasn't great.
Oh.
What did it say exactly, Fuzzy?
Jeez. Okay. And then I do my best to recite the whole thing back
Let's
to
hear it,
all
Kendall.
of them.
Let's hear it.
It said, and then I'm muttering in giant and then translating it out loud. And I said, test your mind with this game, and for every win there's rewards, and for every loss there's... I blocked that part out of my mind. I can't remember that part, but it wasn't good.
Death? Is that the word? Death?
No, I don't. Maybe. No, it wasn't. No, I don't think it was. It definitely wouldn't have been.
Kendall,
Maybe-
right
was it-
now is not the time to forget what happens when you lose the game.
Especially when you were instructed that 45 seconds ago?
I don't have a great memory, Kiri.
Maybe we shouldn't play this game.
That's what I was saying. I said you
Exactly.
were
Okay, so
right.
perfect. So maybe we'll just say no.
But wait, hold on a second. Now that I'm thinking about it, like what kind of rewards would giants give?
Giant ones.
Really, really big ones.
Probably
Okay.
couldn't
That's-
even carry it.
So, who would like to make an intelligence check for me right now?
I'll try.
Sure, maybe everybody?
I'll allow 2 people to make intelligence checks right now.
17 plus 1 for 18 total.
Okay, Devereaux, did you want to roll?
I would love to roll because I'm a smart bean. 21.
Okay,
Nice.
Devereaux and Kiri, the 2 of you glance around. Devereaux from your high pedestal, Kiri from down below. It seems as though on the right side you have these 3 torches and one of them is lit and that area underneath it is open. that maybe another adventuring party won a round of this game and absconded with whatever was in there. And that if you were to play this game and win, perhaps other doors would open with treasure of their own. But if you were to lose, there's no telling what could happen. You see there's stone around.
I look over to
Go ahead. I was gonna say. Hold on. I was gonna say, Devereaux. You know that giants have a pretty solid grasp of magic, and that the winner of this might receive treasure, pretty incredible treasure, or knowledge of some sort.
I pull away from the ledge and I sit down cross-legged and I look at Dev and I say, well, what do you think, Dev? How confident are you?
Oh, I'm confident. Okay, what's the giant word for yes?
And without even waiting for it, I shout in giant, yes!
Kiri and Salix, are you staying down there?
I'm gonna lean over to Salix. I think your brother just made a bad decision.
I think he did too, but let's start climbing.
Yeah. Okay.
I turn over and I say, hey guys, I said yes.
I
We.
gathered that.
Yeah.
Oh, see, you're learning giant already. This is amazing. Let's do it.
I drop a rope down for everyone to climb up.
Thanks, Dev.
I help Dev hold on to the rope to allow them to climb up.
Okay. Kiri, Salix, Kendall, and Devereaux. Where do you place yourselves?
You said there were 8 on one side and 12 on the other?
Correct.
And I'm going to assume that the pieces are identical, sans 4 pieces on
Okay.
the other
That was
side.
going to be my question. Which side looked like it was already doing better or set up for a better thing?
Why don't you make an intelligence check for me, Salix?
That's great. Hey, that's not great. That would be a 10. See, I told you my dice would abandon me eventually.
So, you've played Dragonchess any number of times, especially against your brother, against elders. You know that even though there are more pieces on one side or the other, doesn't necessarily mean that side is winning. But there are. What you do know is that both kings and queens are standing, and it looks to be pretty evenly matched, aside from the missing pieces. It's hard to tell though, but you do also have advantages if you'd like to roll one.
All right, I'll go ahead and use one. It feels like it's that was worse.
Okay.
That dice going in timeout now.
All right.
Alrighty, what do we do?
Could I just like stand by the sidelines and like assess and call things out as they happen, just like sort of.
You imagine that maybe is what these side pedestals are for.
All right. I have an idea, and I'm gonna run over and hop on a side pedestal.
All right, that side lights up as if your place has been accepted.
I have an idea. Wait, no, that's a terrible idea. No.
No, wait.
Should we-
Let's hear it. No, go back.
Oh,
No.
no.
I think I know what your idea was, and it is a terrible idea. So
Yep.
I'm going to go stand on that same side.
Yes.
Let's all stand there.
Yep, all on that same side.
Okay.
Without a word, I follow.
Okay.
Yep.
So what we are going to do is we are going to treat this as a skill challenge. Now, each of you think about the things that your character is good at. Maybe not necessarily the skills that you have marked as proficient, but the things that your character might do to contribute to this. This could be maybe a spell that you think might be useful, or maybe an ability, or something your character is particularly good at. and I'm gonna go around and I go ahead and volunteer and tell me what it is that you would like to do to contribute to the skill challenge.
I think what I can just tell you is what I'm best at. Would that be okay? Because I'm not really sure what I could use.
So we'll talk through this since this is y'all's very first skill challenge. We will talk through this. Let's go ahead and Kendall, what do you think, Kendall, what do you think you would like to contribute? Like, what do you think you would be good at?
Perception and stealth.
Okay. So to use perception and stealth, maybe you want to look and see, take around context clues around you to form a bigger picture about what this would do. And so I'm going to allow this perception check. This is not going to create a direct win or a direct loss or fail or success, but you can give advantage to somebody else's direct check. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll perception.
So 3, 16 total.
All right, 16 total. So that's going to create one advantage for somebody. And you can, whenever somebody decides to make a direct check, you can say they can have my advantage.
Okay.
All right, who's next?
Could I? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go. Kid.
Oh, okay. Could I, and this is a bit of a reach, could I maybe use persuasion in that this is a stressful situation and we might get into disagreements, and could I use persuasion to like kind of keep everyone grounded and not let things blow up and kind of keep everyone level-headed?
Yeah, so ordinarily I don't like to do skill like persuasion on your party members, but because this is a skill challenge and that's a good idea, we're gonna roll with it. So go ahead and roll persuasion.
I'll use one of my advantages too.
Okay.
God knows I have some to spare. Ooh, that's a 20. All right.
30 or natural?
Natural.
Okay, that's gonna give 2 advantages. So the team has 3 advantages to pull on right now from the skill challenge. All right, Deborah, I think you had something to say.
Well, I was thinking, I did a lot of reading growing up, specifically while I wasn't doing help around the house or in the fields for work. Mom usually called it slacking off, but generally I just thought it was independent study, and perhaps I've read up a little bit on the history of Dragonchess and some of the greatest techniques that some people have used.
Okay.
And might be able to make a history check with that.
I will allow that. Let's do this history check. I will say, since y'all have 3 advantages, you can trade it in for 1 success. Well, you don't have to make that decision right now. So, Deborah,
Okay.
let's get this history check. And I'm going to say this is a direct challenge, so your roll will determine whether or not you get a success or a failure, and it will influence the actual game. So you're going to call, what you'll do is you'll call upon your history of Dragonchess and what's going on, and you're going to make a call to say where a player should go.
All right, let's do this.
Let's do this.
Let's use one of those rerolls.
All right, you want to use one from your personal pool or
Yes.
from the group? Okay.
Yep. Okay, that's a little better. 15.
15, that is a success.
Oh, history, sorry. 17.
17.
I'm good at that.
That is 1 success. All right, let's keep going. Salix, do you have something you want to contribute?
I think the best thing that I have at the moment really is I'm going to use my athletics to help one of the pieces survive a confrontation with the other one.
I like this a lot. Holy shit. Do you mind if I narrate this for you, or do you want to
Sure,
do it?
go ahead. I have no idea. I was just that's all I got.
Cool idea. Okay. I'm going to take over for Salix for just a second. Salix, you watch.
Do you want me to roll?
Yeah, go ahead and roll, and we'll get back to what the result of it. Devereaux, as you command your cleric to a certain piece, Salix, you see this in your mind's eye. This cleric piece, it looks like it's taken some damage already. It looks a little battered, and you don't know if it can handle a confrontation with the enemy. So without thinking, you pull a Kendall, and you are going to leap over back onto the board, which I'll give it to you, no worries. You get back onto the board, and you run across this field. And do you have a weapon that you want to use on this?
I have my my spear on me.
Okay, you've got your spear.
And I rolled a dirty 20.
And you rolled a dirty 20, and that's 1 success. Okay, so that's 2 total. So you come on and you watch this cleric come into contact with a thief piece. And as this thief, you watch as it comes around for a dirty strike, its stony hands coming to life, bringing a dagger back behind this cleric's neck, kind of like a dirty attack. You bring your spear up and double fist it and block the attack. And you feel your muscles shake and shiver as you shift back a foot. But you hold tight. And the cleric, you watch, places both of its hands on the thief's face and emanates this bright light and destroys the thief piece entirely.
That is literally what I had in my head as soon as I rolled that 20. And you were like, is there a weapon you want to? I'm like, yes! Beautiful.
Beautiful. Who's next? Not out of the woods yet.
I will get on one knee next to Deb, and I will just lean over and whisper, let me know when you feel like you're in a good place to start making some moves. And I'm going to hold a bless for whenever Deb...
You can just go ahead and cast bless, and I'll let it continue.
Oh, okay, sure. Then I will sort of, I don't know if Dev has seen me do this before, but let's find out.
What is it like?
I will sort of take a knee next to Dev. I will take their face in both hands, put my forehead to theirs, and just like exhale very slowly. And this thick black smoke just comes out of my mouth and just sort of enters through all openings on Dev's face. And they are blessed.
I feel so blessed.
All right, Devereaux. Normally a bless is a D4, but I'm going to allow you a D6 on this. Your first check is a D6 and the rest are D4s. Okay. Who's next?
I can continue helping out with the pieces.
Okay.
I will then, since I already... Can I use the same thing twice, or?
Yeah, you can use the same thing twice, or if you want to make an attack roll on one of these, if you want to actually go up and fight one.
Yes. Okay. So, bolstered by helping the cleric, I see another piece about to make a move, and I run up to that. Seeing as how my attack actually kind of did something, I will run up to that, and I will attempt to attack it myself.
All right, I'm going to ask you, so I'm going to let you choose. You see a couple of pieces that you could do this on. Whatever. So there's a mage, a warrior, and a griffin. Which one of those is calling out to you?
The mage.
Okay. You see the mage beginning to... Let's see what the mage piece does. You see it begin to move... to capture another piece, and you catch this right out of the corner of your eye. Let's hear this. Let's get this attack roll, and you can describe this next attack if you'd like.
I'm gonna use one of the group advantages because I just rolled 1.
Ooh, group advantage 1 down. All right, here we go. You still have 2 left.
That's much better. I rolled a 17 plus 6 is a 23. No. Yes, 23. 23 total.
Okay. Would you like to describe it, or would you like me to? It's up to you.
I run up to it, and as I see their hands start to move for their actual attack, I take the brunt of my spear and I slam it across their hands to try to break their hands.
Oh, that's freaking cool. Oh, I just got an instant crit. Thanks, King Tweed. Oh, for me. Okay. So you, as you see what's going on, you run across the room. You feel your feet pounding against this essentially pavement, this concrete stone. You come up, and with your spear, you take the brunt with both hands, and you bring this blow right across their hands outstretched for this spell. Go ahead and roll your damage for me.
Come on, critical muse die. Yeah. Okay. That was 9 piercing, or I guess it would be on this side. It would be bludgeoning damage.
Definitely. Beautiful. I'm gonna count that as a third success.
Yes.
Who's next?
I have an idea.
Go ahead,
if I
Kendall.
can. I see Salix doing all this really cool stuff, and it sparks an idea, and I go into my sack and I pull out some rope, and I want to cast snare under one of the pieces, one of the melee pieces.
Ooh. Okay.
So I grab the rope and I kind of look for like the biggest, like one of the strong looking ones, and I go over there.
How
and
about the queen?
The queen, there we go. I go over to the queen. I nonchalantly just put the rope on the floor, and then in Elvish I say snare, and I grab my hand and I go like this, and then the rope kind of just disappears, and like light kind of sheds up from it a little bit, and it goes away.
All right, let's go ahead and mark the spell slot off, and then give me a spellcasting check. Your spellcasting ability is Wisdom, so go ahead and give me a Wisdom check.
Yes, Kendall's very wise. That was sarcasm. I'm sorry. 13.
Okay, that's a success.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right.
And I kind of lean against her, and then watch somebody else do something else.
Okay.
Confidently.
Who's next? Devereaux, let's hear it.
Hi. I would like to make a bluff play
All right.
and try and deceive the other side to making a bad choice.
Oh, I like this. Roll me deception. In fact, go ahead. Yeah.
12?
Okay. Okay.
Did you add the bless?
I did not. I'm sorry.
I do d6.
17.
Ooh, perfect. I'll watch Devereaux. Devereaux, do you want to narrate your shout for me? You want to tell your hero piece to go move somewhere.
I have it move forward in an obviously disadvantageous position. And there's another piece that could react to if the hero is taken. So I'm just kind of waiting to see if they'll take the bait.
Okay. Everybody watches as the stone hero piece slides, the sound of stone on stone kind of like reverberating back through everybody's ears and up their feet as it gets into play. There's a brief silence on the field, on the board. Words are hard. And then their griffin piece comes over
Take it.
and
Do it.
takes your hero piece, smashes it to smithereens. Salix and Kendall are both on the board. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw for me to see if you can avoid all these flying rocks.
I was muted. That's a 14 for me.
Okay.
I got a 13.
Okay, yeah, so you're both able to dodge out of the way and hide behind other pieces as these rocks go flying everywhere. Kiri and Devereaux, you are safe on your platform.
After it's destroyed, I just yell, "Now's a good time to strike that one!"
I will go ahead and use my acrobatics to do so.
Okay. You and this other piece both come at their griffin piece, is what I said? Their griffin piece at the same time. Salix Make me an attack roll and tell me what it looks like.
That is an 18. Let me double check. Yeah, 18. I coming from the attack that I just did where I knocked the mage's hands off, I see that that griffin over there, and I run, and I actually kind of pole vault with the butt of my staff over to it, and as I'm in the air, the staff comes up and the spear tip goes towards it.
Your spear tip connects right where its wing meets its back, and as you land with this attack, it actually breaks one of its wings off, and the other piece, your queen piece, comes, draws its sword, and just cleaves the griffin piece right into two. That is 5 successes. As you watch, the room flares with an even more intense brightness, and you look over, and the second torch lights up, and a room opens up underneath it. And that's where we're going to take a very short bio break. Everybody who's watching, go ahead and get hydrated and hang out with us. We'll be right back. And we're back. Hello? Y'all say something. Y'all say something? It's not working. Yeah, I'm trying to fix it. Aha, there we go. OBS was just being unhappy. Okay.
As it does.
Now, we are in the middle of a chess game. You have successfully won a single round. What are you going to do?
A door opened, look.
I'll jump right off.
And I just alley-oop, whoop, jump right off right behind her.
I'll jump off of this platform and like hold my hands out to catch Dev.
Beautiful.
Thank you. I jump down.
Catch Dev.
He.
Put them down.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Pretty adorably, you all make your way off of this main platform. The lights have dimmed, dulled. You see that there is, like I said, an open... One second. There is a room that has opened up. In it, you see a pile of gems. There are about 30 rubies, 25 sapphires.
Holy shit.
But in the middle of this room is a very large chest.
I pick up a ruby and a sapphire, and I kind of look at them, and I put them back down.
Mm-hmm.
And the chest catches my eye.
Okay. You want to go open it?
Oh, I very much do.
What's the chest look like?
A giant chest. It is made of wood, a little bit of metal holding it together. It does not appear to be locked. It doesn't even look like it latches.
I put both my hands on it to push it up, and I go, "Here's to hoping it's not an underwear drawer," and I push it open.
Okay. And it is a large piece of rolled up leather.
Oh no, more questionable leather.
Can I can I check to see what kind of leather it looks like?
Make a nature check.
Okay.
Still don't know if this is an underwear drawer.
17 plus 4, so 21.
It's not questionable. It looks like normal, maybe cow or ox hide.
I touch it.
You touch it. It's soft. It's rolled
Pick it
up. You pick it up? Would you like to unroll it?
I pick it up and I face the rest of my group before I unroll it so they can all see.
Okay. Do you unroll it facing them or you?
I unroll it like flat.
Ah, out.
Yeah.
It's about it takes up your whole hand, your whole like all of your arms, and it is a massive rune of giant. And the rune you recognize as the rune for the word protection.
Okay. And I tell everybody, "Oh, I know this rune. It means protection." I know it's a rune, right? And I bring it closer to everybody and I say, "What do I do with this?"
Kendall, you can read the runes. Do you know how the giants use them?
We didn't get into giant magic, I'll be honest with you.
Oh. I can't say I'm well versed in it.
Would I have any idea what this could be?
You can make a.
Since I have studied magic.
You have. You can make a check with your spellcasting modifier with proficiency.
Oh. I'm going to use another one of my advantages because that was another one. You're in timeout. That's better. With spellcasting with proficiency?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 14, 15, 16. Dirty 20.
Okay. You know, you met this giant that Kendall knows very briefly. And it was only for just a short time, but you were most interested in how their magic worked. And you remember them talking about legends, not legends per se, but stories, tales of giants who inscribe their own kind of spell scrolls. But they're not to be used spoken aloud. They are to be transferred to another object. So, for example, if you had the rune of speed and you placed it over or underneath a pair of boots and said the right incantation, the boots might become boots of speed. You also heard a tale of, if it's done right, that they can be transferred to a person, and that person will gain the benefits of that rune permanently.
Oh, well, this looks like, that's weird. This looks like kind of like the giant's protection. You said it was protection, but the giant's spell transfer scroll. If you lay it on the ground and you put an item or sometimes even a person on top of it, and you say the right thing, you can, transfer whatever the spell is to whatever you put it on under. Does that make sense?
It sure does. And I kind of just let it drop to the floor flat. And I go, what are we going to put on it?
Did you say people?
Yeah. Well, you got to be really good at it for people, but
I
Do we
crawl
even-
onto it and sit. Do me. I want to be the first halfling to be empowered by a giant rune.
But I'm not sure we know how to do that.
Oh.
As everybody's discussing this, I lost a little bit of interest because I'm not going to be using it. So I go back to the chest and I climb inside of it to see if there's more stuff. But I let them continue.
There's not, but you definitely can fit in here.
Then I sit cross-legged and I just stare outside watching everybody discuss what we're going to use a protection scroll
Anybody
on.
sees Kendall, all you see is the top of his face peeking out from inside of this chest.
What's it with you and getting into treasure chests?
Did you say that out loud?
Well, no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just said that.
Okay.
Kendall, you're the only one who can speak these runes.
Oh, I'm not much of a magic caster.
That's fair. I suppose for now we can just, I don't know, carry it with us. It makes a good blanket, and I just kind of roll up in it.
I can always read it if Salix wants to try.
Well, I think that you have to have the right kind of incantation, and I don't know that, I don't think. Maybe if I think about it, maybe if we find something else somewhere in here, we might be able to use it better. For now, let's just hold on to it until we know that we can use it properly.
Kiri carries a shield, right?
Yeah.
I do.
I mean, might be great for a shield, don't you think?
I mean, it would, but I feel pretty well protected as is. I feel like it should probably go to somebody else.
Well, if it's keeping you warm, Dev.
It's pretty great. I can just stow it in my stuff for now, and we can carry it with us.
It's pretty big, though, right, Camille? Like, it's huge. And
It is, in fact, a blanket for Devereaux.
Yeah.
I hop out of my treasure chest and I go over there and I say, well, I can carry it for you if you'd like.
I could just put it on my bedroll. I put it on my bedroll.
And I definitely help them do that.
Cinch it on there. I can take good care of it. We probably want to take the gemstones, though. We did earn them.
We
Oh.
probably do.
They are pretty rocks.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
I'm already collecting rubies and sapphires and putting them in different pouches.
And perhaps we can have an audience with the king.
Ooh.
I don't know if we want to interact with the king today. They're looking a little under the weather.
I'm dying to meet him.
I mean, he could just slay you.
He's just skin and bones. I don't see him doing anything. Maybe we could cook him a nice meal. I'm hungry.
We did climb down an awful lot of stairs to get here.
I'm hungry. Can we eat?
I pull some nuts out of one of my little pouches and I hand you a handful of nuts.
I grab them and I sit and I start eating them.
Just eat them slowly so they last a little longer, okay?
What? Oh, and I have one left and I go, of course.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
know-
we should move on.
Yeah, I do think there is still one more game.
I mean, was this round 1 or 2?
I think this was 2.
This was round 2? Okay. So, I mean, usually there's only 3. But you know, maybe there could be more. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep going.
Let's do it. And I get up and straighten up and start walking.
And we've collected all the gems, right?
Kendall kind of didn't pay attention to the gems almost at all.
Don't mind me. Munching on popcorn.
As everyone's gathering everything up and we're kind of talking about going to the next thing, I fill my pipe with a little bit of pipe weed and tamp it down and light it up just for a quick, well-deserved post-game smoke.
Okay.
Really quickly, before we move on, you said there were 30 rubies and 25 sapphires. Does anybody in particular want any certain amount of those? Because I just wrote it down.
Shared
Can we just
treasure.
divide it by 4?
And
You can't
and-
divide 25 by 4 evenly. You just can't.
I have
Can
no
we divide it
interest.
Can't
Mostly
divide
by
30 by
40.
4 either.
Yeah.
Well,
I
okay,
mean,
can
I
we
was
do-
going for the first obvious one, and then my brain caught up with the rest of it, and you can't divide any of those.
No, I just meant, can we divide it like mostly by 4 and then settle the
Sure.
extraneous ones?
You can
However.
always sell it. You don't even know how much they're worth.
It's the metagaming owl. Get out of here.
I'm very used to letting Salix just handle all the money after.
I'll just put it in my thing.
A
I guess
mishap, I'm sure.
I guess since I'm party mom, I'm party pocket.
Party pocket.
Party party.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'll keep a ledger and I write down notes of all the stuff we found.
Okay, so then you can be party pocket.
Oh, okay, I'll be party pocket.
I love that we're arguing on who gets to hold all the money. No, I don't want it. You get it.
I just take a little pouch and stick it in my utility belt. We'll see if we find these later.
Do you all hop back up on your platform?
Oh, yes.
I need a little hand, but I'd like to.
I extend my hand down.
Take that hand, clasp it up, and crawl up.
Pull
As-
you up, Dev.
Who would like to get on the platform versus who would like to get on the board?
I will get on the board this time.
All right, Kiri's on the board.
I'll get on the board.
Salix is on the board.
Yes.
Devereaux's
And
on the
I,
platform.
And I'll stay with Devereaux.
All right. Okay. As you take your places, the room flickers to light once more. This sourceless beam, warm yellow light floods the area, illuminating the chessboard once again.
Okay,
Let's
this
get back
time,
to the skill challenge. Round
okay, I
2.
think this time I want to use investigation to see if I can get. I don't know if it'd be perception or investigation, but to see kind of like what plays the other side's gonna try to do and advise my friends of it.
Would you like to make this an insight roll?
Yeah. No, but I will. It's my insight's a little lower, but yeah, I'd like to use an advantage on that.
All right.
Ended up being an 11.
Okay. You do not feel as though that was successful. But it does not count as a failure, it just does not give you anybody help. Oh gosh.
I tried.
Alright. You also feel as though this round might be a little harder than the last one.
Nothing's too hard. If no one objects, I would like to make an intimidation roll by making a bold opening maneuver.
Please do.
Out of curiosity, how long does Bless last?
It's not, everything resets on this second skill challenge.
And it's
Gotcha.
like 1 minute anyway.
Yeah.
Cool. Intimidation check. I rolled a 10 for a 14 total.
Okay. You describe this bold opening move to me, please.
I maneuver. I don't know how any. I don't know the pieces or. Personally, I don't know.
You use your queen.
Oh God, why would I do that?
You said bold opening move.
It is a bold opening move. All right, fine. I maneuver the queen into a position that, not where she's at risk of being destroyed,
Sure.
but where she's put in kind of a weird, less than desirable position that might embolden our foes to make a less advantageous counter move
Okay.
in the long run.
You feel pretty confident about this. Your queen moves right where you ask her to move, and then... Oh no. Their paladin comes out of nowhere and
What?
takes your paladin.
No!
Bashes their shield right into your piece and sends your paladin scattering. That is one failure.
Oh, gods no. Well, I didn't see that move. I'm sorry. Is everyone okay up there?
I throw them the thumbs up.
Okay. You feel your blood pressure begin to rise, the adrenaline spiking in your bodies. Maybe this isn't going to be as easy as last time. Who would like to make the next challenge? Check.
I will go ahead and use a perception check to
Mhm.
see if there's anything obvious about the board or the way that they're moving that will leave an opening.
Okay. Roll for perception.
Now I'm all scared.
Good.
That's 13 plus 6, 19.
Okay. That gives you one advantage. You, Salix, have played this game before, and you take a quick mental note of where pieces are, and you shout over to Devereaux that there's an opening over here. Who's next?
If they took our paladin, I feel it is only fitting to return the favor. So I will go and try to attack the paladin with my warhammer.
Why don't you make an attack roll?
I use an advantage on that.
Okay.
Ooh, 24.
Oh, roll for damage.
Sure. I'm gonna use a smite as well.
Please fucking do.
Yes. What's my smite damage? I have no fucking
It's like
idea.
a D8 or 2D8.
Okay. Where is it though?
I feel like I have the paladin thing open somewhere.
No, there it is at the bottom. 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8 for
Yeah.
expend 1 spell slot. Let's go ahead and roll that
Yeah.
damage for me.
Sure.
This
All
song's
right,
called- Go ahead.
that's gonna be 15 plus 3 for a total of 18.
18 points of damage.
Yes.
By the way, the song is called Full of Stress.
Oh, what a mood! What a
Carrie.
mood!
Fitting.
Carrie, would you like me to describe this or would you like to describe this?
I will only describe my smite as the temperature in the immediate vicinity just like plummets. You can start to see your breath in the atmosphere, and just this again, the black smoke just like gathers around the head of the warhammer as I'm prepared to deal some necrotic damage.
All right, so you all watch as Kiri flourishes their warhammer almost as if it were a light baton, bringing it up and around and across, striking that paladin right at where the neck meets the shoulder. The temperature drops, and Kiri, you see cold, almost cold disintegration where you strike, and this paladin is absolutely destroyed. Your blow dealing this crack that, what's the word? Goes all the way down this paladin's, this stone paladin, and it is crushed to smithereens. That is 1 success.
That was so cool.
Who's next? Kendall? You got something you'd like to do?
Trying to see if this would help. I would like to maybe no. Well, can I use survival to help one of my players survive an attack?
Ooh. Okay, I like this concept. I'm here for this. So, all right. Go ahead and make a survival. Go ahead and roll your check while my brain works.
There it is. It's a 19.
Ooh.
Total.
That is a success. Gives you, your players, you have 2 advantages in your group pot. 1 more and you can use an instant crit, and that's an instant success. You take a quick glance at the board, and for a moment it's not a board, it's the forest you were just in. And you can see tracks and movement through time, through the dust. And so you don't even know this game, but you know patterns in the ground. And you shout over to whoever you would like to about some advantageous position that they can get into. There you go.
I yell, Salix! And I point.
I suppose I will take that as my initiative to go next.
Sure.
And I will use my athletics to get to that spot, probably hopping over someone who would try to block me from getting there.
Definitely. Go ahead and roll athletics.
I'm so afraid. Okay. We're going to try this one. Hey, that was an 18. Plus 4, 22.
All right, you were able to get to that spot. Did you didn't use any advantages on that, did you?
I did not.
Okay, good to know. All right, that's going to count as 1 success. Who's next? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even describe that. Salix, as you leap over the body of y'all's fallen paladin, you see this cleric of theirs reach out with their shield to try and bash you down as you go, almost like an attack of opportunity. And you just slide right underneath, and their shield bangs on the ground and actually breaks their shield. Who's next?
So I don't know if this would be a roll on my part,
Okay.
but I would like to attempt to use Nature's Wrath. As an action, you cause spectral vines to spring up and reach for a creature within 10 feet that you can see. The creature must make a strength or dexterity saving throw or be restrained. So if there are any particularly active pieces on the board, like they're really going for it, I would like to attempt to restrain one of these.
Okay. As you are looking around for your opportunity, for your way to contribute to this, you see that the queen is actually moving directly towards you.
Big yikes.
So you call up, what does this look like?
I speak in Sylvan, entreating Bab to help me out here. And the ground sort of like tremors a bit just in the immediate area. And these big black thorny vines just like burst out from the ground, like just shooting rubble everywhere. And they just attempt to wrap around and constrict this queen piece.
What's the spell save?
13, it's not good.
Unfortunately, so as these spectral vines come up, this queen just raises her arms up and lashes them out, and the vines fall useless. It is still coming towards you, and she's going to make an attack. Does a 23 hit?
Yikes! Yes, it does.
I rolled really well. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I'm here for it all.
All right, she's gonna take her her scepter and bring it down right against your shield. You're gonna take 11 points
Okay.
of bludgeoning damage,
All right.
and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Okay, I'm tolerably decent at these. Dirty 20.
Okay, you are not prone.
Oof.
However, this is another failure. And you watch as one of the other opposing torches lights up. And the ground beneath your feet begins to rumble and shake like an earthquake. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
$16 for Kendall.
Salix?
18.
Kiri?
Natural 20 -1 for 19.
Devereaux?
I'm using a reroll. Oh, gods. It was even worse. It's a 4.
Are you using one of your advantages?
I used one of my personal rerolls.
Okay, then mark it off. And what was your total?
4.
Oh, you are. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
I just did.
I know another one.
How's an 8?
So not only nobody's knocked prone. Actually, no, no one else takes any damage. However, Salix, Kendall, and Kira, you are all prone. Now, Devereaux, as this begins to shake, you feel it's like you have no control over your physical form. You just move like a rock on top of a table. And you fall prone. You're going to take an initial 5 points of bludgeoning damage, and then you fall off of the first pedestal, giving you another 6 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. This is fine.
Oh, Dev, are you okay? Dev! And I scramble over to the edge to see if they're doing okay.
God's my tailbone. Oh.
Oh.
I'll be okay.
Do you need help, Dev?
No. But I really wish there was a cushion down here.
Who's next?
I was
All right.
going
Are we
to go
still
next,
playing?
But
No.
Still seems to be playing.
Okay.
If no one objects, can I use our instant crit to attack the queen
You
for
have
the
one.
smite?
You need one more advantage.
Wait, I have one personally
you have
from
an
the
instant
first
crit?
session.
Oh
yeah,
my
from the
god!
first session.
Yes, use
All
your
right.
instant crit.
Yes. All right, I'm gonna use instant crit with Smite. So how do you do critical?
You double all of your dice.
Double all
or,
my dice.
Or,
okay.
or roll twice the dice.
Okay, I'll double the dice because I only have 1d8 on
Sure.
me.
I'm so stressed out right now.
26 total damage.
What does this look like as you destroy their queen?
Oh, yes. Shit. Well, first thing I do is get up from prone, and I like to imagine that I sort of like fell like not facing her. So when I get up, the first thing I do before even grabbing my shield is just come around with the full 180-degree arc and just slam into the queen's side.
As you do, you create this rupture in her side, disintegrating her form, and she falls as if 100 years passes very suddenly. She just falls into ruin at your feet. That counts as 2 successes because it was a crit.
Yay.
Who's next?
Feeling very alarmed and kind of ow, cat, why?
I feel that.
Sorry, my cat just ripped my earphones out of my ears. Ow. Feeling a little bit frantic that we just lost Dev off the side. Things don't seem to be going very well. I'm going to start attacking things as well.
Okay.
Whatever looks like it would be the most...
You see a dragon coming right at you.
Oh, heck yes. Okay. Come on, flower die.
Does anybody else have an instant crit that they want to tell me about? Okay.
I used mine last time.
I want to keep mine a secret.
Not allowed.
I don't have one.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
Okay. That hits.
Spear directly into the dragon. I'm gonna go for his neck and hope that works. Come on, baby. Hey, that was a 6. So that'll be 10 piercing damage.
Unfortunately, this dragon is a little bit harder to kill.
Yeah.
And as its stone form, somehow aloft, swoops down and comes right at you, you're able to jab your spear up into its torso and break off a chunk of it, but it keeps flying.
Wait.
Wait. Waiting.
Yeah, where is it? Do I? It's on here. Sorry, I'm looking for the... Nope, don't have that yet. Never mind.
Okay, who's next?
Flying, you say? Would I be able to see it from the floor?
Uh-huh.
I would like to take out my bow and shoot at it.
Would you like to stand up first?
Well, yeah, obviously, but...
Hey, you didn't say it.
Well, yeah, I know, alright, that's fine. I roll over on my back, push off the floor,
Draw your weapon.
take out my bow, notch an arrow, and shoot it.
Make an attack roll.
If I can't do it with my brains, I'll have to do it with my bow. And I hope to gosh I rolled well, because I don't remember my bonuses right now. And, ooh, that was weird. +2, +2, +2. That's a dirty 20.
That hits. Roll for damage.
Oh yeah. Actions. Longbow. D8 +2. Oh yeah, baby. Give me that sweet, sweet 4 damage.
Unfortunately, although you clip one of its wings, it's still not enough for this.
Can I action surge and do it again?
Yes, you can!
I will do that again.
Action surge!
19.
That hits.
And that's going to be 8 damage this time.
How do you want to do this?
Arrow goes straight through the base of the wings, clips them off, and it comes careening down on top of a... What's the pawn equivalent in Dragonchess?
There's not one really.
Oh, okay, well then it just smashes into a billion little gravelly pieces.
It does. It is absolutely beautiful. I need Salix, Kendall, and Kiri to all make dexterity saving throws. What'd you get, Salix?
17.
Kendall?
12.
Kiri?
Also 12.
Both of you are going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm
As
sorry.
you get smacked in the side of the head into the shoulder with massive pieces of stone.
I yell out, that was so worth it to watch.
All right, you feel as though so I'll tell you have 5 successes and 2 failures. Last time all it took was 5 successes, but this time it doesn't seem to be quite as much as enough. You feel like you still have a little bit of more fight to give.
So I'm a little bit pumped up seeing all of this stuff happen. So I want to jump up onto the chessboard itself. Wait, no, I'm the only one on the pedestal right now, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, never mind. What I want to do instead is create a lasso out of my rope and try to grab a piece or throw it over a piece closest to me and try to pull it off of the chessboard.
Okay. What would you like to use for this?
I would like to use either, I don't know, I think athletics maybe?
Do athletics, maybe.
And I have an advantage, so hopefully... Yeah, I'm going to use that advantage because that was just a 5.
Would you like to use one of the group's advantages or your own? Because the group
I'll
has
use-
2. As a reminder, if you get a third advantage, if someone does a secondary check and you get a third advantage, you can use that for an instant success.
I will leave that to try to get that for the
Okay.
instant success.
Okay.
Wait, or can I combine it? No, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
That's 16 plus 2, 18.
Which piece are you lassoing? Do you know? Do you want me to pick for you?
Yeah, you can pick for me because I would just go for the one closest to the edge,
You
closest
pick
to me.
the unicorn, which is closest to you. You wrap it around its horn and its neck, and you yank it towards you, and it comes face down into the ground or into the top of the pedestal right in front of you. You aren't able to pull it off of the board entirely, but it is prone and it is restrained.
Oh yeah! And I yank it.
All right. Who's next?
Can I make an attack on the prone restrained piece?
You certainly can with advantage.
All right.
You're gonna run across the board. You are gonna take an attack of opportunity from one of the creatures, though. Is that okay?
Sure, fine. I'll eat it.
15 plus 4.
T-
19.
Just hits.
5 points of bludgeoning damage as they already destroyed you. You already destroyed their thief. As the king actually makes one attack on you.
Oh man.
That motherfucker.
Wait, I didn't know there was a king there. Can I hit him?
Sure. Of course there's
All right.
there's a king still.
All right, I'm going for the king.
Okay. Just know that when you go for the king, you will incur the wrath of the other pieces.
YOLO. All right, that's a 17 plus 5 for 23.
That hits.
I'm out of slots, so this will just be Warhammer damage.
All right, let's
Where's
hear
my
that Warhammer
D8?
damage.
Ooh. 12.
12 points of damage.
Yes, 7 plus 5.
All right. You've made some. You get him right in the side, and you watch a big chunk of the stone just falls off entirely. He's still up though.
Yeah.
That's when I will come in. Running from the other side, I try to stick my spear straight into his neck.
Okay.
And then I do have the option as a bonus action when I look this up. I can't use key points yet, but I can make an unarmed attack.
Okay.
So
go ahead. So you'll what?
So essentially the goal is to try to put my spear into him and use that to launch myself off and kick his head off if I
Okay.
can. Or
I
at
need
least
you to-
his crown.
I need you to make a dexterity check to see if you can get there before anybody else.
Okay. That was a 12. Plus just a check.
Yeah, dexterity check.
16.
Unfortunately, it's not enough.
Ah.
Because up comes their basilisk.
Oh no.
And it's going to use its turn to automatically freeze you. In midair, you watch as Salix, with her spear right at the tip of this king's, the back of its neck, is frozen solid in midair.
Oh shit, I have advantages. Can I use that or no?
I'm sorry, too late.
Yep, I just remembered. Yep, cool.
All right.
Seeing this, Kendall lets go of the rope and jumps over to the table.
Okay.
And if he lands, pulls out his 2 short swords and goes straight for that basilisk.
Okay. Nobody's on the platform anymore. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Kendall, you run over and make your 2 attacks. See if you can break their concentration.
One is a 21 and another one's 20.
Those both hit.
So that's 1d6 plus. So one does 5 damage and the other does 5 damage again.
All right. It's not quite enough to destroy it, but let's make some concentration checks. And that is 1 success and 1 failure. Salix, you come crashing down to the ground. Unfortunately, so that attack that you wanted to make is wasted for this round. However, yeah, that's right. So, who's next? Who's up? Deborah, go ahead.
I see everyone's up on the table. Do the torches go out or anything?
No. In fact, you cannot stand on top of the table because you are not tall enough, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm super short.
But there's still a rope.
I would like to climb back up into I'd like to get a running start and try and climb back into the stool.
Give me an athletics check.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm super good at these. Could it be acrobatics instead? As I pull myself
Unfortunately,
up.
climbing is athletics.
Oh, no. Oh, gosh. 2 minus 1 is a 1. I'd like to re-roll that and use my last personal re-roll because...
You have two more re-rolls.
Oh, good. I have 1 more. Well, bless you for keeping track of that better than I just did. Oh, that's so much better. I doubled it. It's a 4.
You don't take any damage, but you unfortunately do not get up there.
Who made this so tall?
You're feeling a little white from
Deva's
your
curse.
axing surge.
Zena, please stop screaming at me.
She's disappointed. Who's next? Oh, actually, in this moment, it is when you notice that your pieces are beginning to move on their own volition. It seems as though because there's nobody in the pedestal, nobody is controlling them. Let's see what they do. Okay. Your thief comes up behind the basilisk and is going to make an attack. And it lands. The thief comes up and brings their stone blade down the back of this stone basilisk and cuts him open, laying them out onto this pedestal, this board platform. Words are hard. Who's next?
I would like to use my inspiration that I got last session.
For me, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I will drop my shield and go in for a big old 2-handed Warhammer attack.
Let's see
on
it.
the king.
You can either, so what you can do is with my advantage, you can either re-roll or add a d10 to your whatever you roll.
Can I decide after I roll the first one? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay.
Oh, that's much better. That's a 13 plus 5 for 18 total.
An 18 does. Yes, that hits. That
Whew.
hits. Roll for damage.
All right.
Double-handed.
That's a D10. 5 plus 5 is 10.
And that is what you needed. What does this look like as you destroy this king?
Wait, shit. I'm sorry. That's plus 3, not plus 5, because you don't have proficiency. So it's 8 total. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I already said it. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I just sort of like throw the shield off to the side, grab the other end of the hammer, and do like the sort of perfect form. Bring it straight down. I don't know how tall this thing is,
Very.
but yeah, I'll just go for the chest. Make a big crater.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you one better. You leap up, and your feet still running in air, bring your warhammer down on top of its, bursting its crown into a million pieces, knocking its head to the floor. As you do, the whole room flares to life, bright, bright, bright white light, almost blinding. And then silence. And the light goes back down. And the third torch on the right lights up. And the third room opens. You have won this game.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Ow.
I slump against the pedestal and slide down to the floor on my butt.
How bad do you look? Looking at you, how bloodied are you, Dev and Kiri?
If you were to rate me on an arbitrary scale from 1 to 32, would be out of 13.
Whereas I just look like I'm really tired, and I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay. I go over to Kiri, and as I help them up, I grab their shield and hand it to them, and I say, "You fought really well, but you really should here, let me just do this." And I put my hand on your cheek and I cast Cure Wounds on you. And as my tattoos light up, you just feel a very warm, it almost feels like a warm breeze passing by your face. And you get, oh, that's pretty good. 9 hit points back.
Seeing Salix get up and then seeing her care after Kiri, I walk over to the edge and I that rope that's tied to the unicorn. Yeah, I rappel down and kind of just land on the floor and walk over to Dev, and I slump down right next to them, and I kind of take a deep breath. I don't say anything. I just sigh. I pull out a water skin and some nuts that I put in my pocket, and I put them out and I take a swig. I gotta eat one, and then I offer some to Dev.
Gladly partake of those nuts in that water.
You doing
make
okay?
That face. Yeah, man. I gotta tell you, I was not expecting to roll off the pedestal. Oh gosh, I'm gonna sleep poorly the next week.
But how amazing was that flying dragon, huh?
It was pretty great. It was great target practice was what it really was.
Yeah, you got it pretty good.
It's too big. It's too easy. I just need a moment to... I stand up, crack my back, straighten out a bit. Wait, we won, right? Didn't we?
We're still here, so I'd say yes.
Do you think that means another door opened?
Did I see a door open? I saw the light, right? Okay. Oh yeah, there's definitely a door over there for us.
Okay, and I just start running. No time to wait, and then I just bolt.
I go, yes, yes. And I get up and I start bolting after him. Just,
Carrie, Salix, we're going for the treasure. I mean, I assume there's treasure, but who knows? There's a door open. And I just keep running, screaming this as I'm running away from them.
Slowly make our way down.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
I
So
hope there's another treasure chest.
there is another treasure chest. In fact, in this room you see there are twice as many gems. So there are 60 rubies and 50 sapphires.
Oh my.
And there is a larger chest.
Even bigger than the last one?
Yes.
I think this one is bigger than the last one.
This one's huge.
This one is about the size of a halfling house, Devereaux.
We live modestly, yes. This is bigger than my bedroom. Open it, open it, open it. Kendall, open it.
Okay. Let's do it. No, we won't wait. Let's just do it. They'll see
Open
it
it.
when they get.
Just open it now.
All right.
Open
okay.
it now,
All right.
please.
Make a strength
And
check.
I'm encouraging you. Open it.
17 plus nothing, so 17.
You get it open. And inside are 2 wrapped up pieces of leather.
It's leather. Double leather.
More blankets. What do they say?
Oh,
I mean, I'm assuming they might have something on them. I mean, otherwise we got more leather. That's cool.
I climb in and I pick one up and I like lift it over and I toss it over and I grab the other one and I toss it over and then I jump back out of the chest and then I unlatch one of them and I unfurl it on the floor.
Okay. The first one that you unfurl is written in a dark blue ink, as opposed to the black ink last time, is the symbol for wisdom. For deep knowledge is the exact Elven, or the exact giant word.
This one's a little bit harder to read. This one, I'm not sure I know this one that well. This one is wisdom. It's wisdom, Deb. This one says wisdom.
Is that a word you're not familiar with?
Well, depends on who you ask, Dev.
It's all right. I'm not familiar with any of these, so really I have no room to judge.
You got to stop talking to Salix so much.
Why would I stop talking to her?
She's rubbing off on you, and I don't like it.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's okay. You want to open up the other one?
Sure. And I'll crawl on my hands and knees and just kind of push it with both hands until it opens up.
It unfurls, and this one is written in crimson. Kendall, it's the word for might.
Ooh, pretty. Hold on. I think it's upside down, and I run over to the other side. Might. Ooh, might and wisdom.
Might what?
No, like strong, big might.
Big might what?
No, like Kiri, like mighty.
Oh,
This
like
is
okay,
when
mighty.
we walk in.
Yes.
Mighty. Okay, yeah. All right.
No,
I
but
got
just
that.
might, not it's just might.
Just might what?
Well, it's mighty, but without the end part of it.
Mighty without the end part.
See, mighty's the adjective.
Uh-huh.
Kiri is mighty,
Yes, they are.
but this just says might.
Might what?
Okay,
I don't really know what's going on here.
I assume this is our prize.
Me neither.
These. Oh man, these would make great rugs if they weren't spell scrolls.
I look at Salix and I say, Salix, I think these look like the same runes as the other one, but with different words, right?
Yeah, I mean we already established that was a thing, right? So, what does this one say?
and I go to the blue one and I actually stand on top of it and I go, wisdom.
Oh,
And
you
I-
could use that.
And I wait for something to happen.
You said it in common?
I said it in. I did say it in common. I said, "Oh, wait," and in giant, I said, "Wisdom."
Nothing happens.
Well,
Acting something?
Well, this one says wisdom.
okay.
And the other one says might.
Might what?
D- um, like power or something like that.
Oh, strength. Okay, right, got
Yeah.
it. Okay, yeah, all right.
Right.
I squint my eyes and I stare at Dev.
All right. Well, how about we hold on to these until we know how to use them properly? Because we could definitely use some might, a little bit of wisdom for some of us, and protection is great for anyone.
I immediately start rolling up wisdom and tying it as a bedroll for me under my bag.
Hey, maybe if you sleep with it, it'll kind of go.
It might rub off on you.
Yeah.
I unhook it, I put it on the floor, and I say, "I don't want it anymore," and I walk away.
Oh, come on, Fuzzy. We're just playing.
I go pout in the corner.
Oh, I come give you a hug. You know I'm just playing.
I continue to pretend to pout, but I'm actually smiling now.
Come on. You can wear my flower crown.
Deal.
Okay.
And I put it on, and now I'm just sitting there eating more peanuts that I found, or more nuts that I find in my pockets.
DM, obnoxious mechanical question. Would this be able to be considered a short rest period?
If you'd like to spend more time here, you may take a short rest.
I don't know about y'all, but I could use a breather.
That was really intense. Do we think... I mean, are we in any kind of a rush here?
I
I'm
don't
still
think
pretty
so.
hungry.
I'm never in a rush.
Well, I'm
I
still
know.
pretty hungry.
You're always hungry.
Then you know I'm not lying.
That's true. At least now I know that you haven't been switched with somebody else.
So, and then I start rummaging through my sack to see if there's anything that we can prepare to eat or anything. Oh, and look, and I point so Salix and Kiri can see me. There's a lot more of these shiny rocks for you guys.
Oh, well, I will spend some time gathering it up.
Okay. Is anyone spending their short rest with one of these leather pouches or one of these leather works?
Yeah. Kendall did grab the wisdom back, and he did tie it back.
I forgot the protection one on my person.
Are you spending time with it, or are you just having it on your person?
On my person.
Okay.
Same with me. Mine's all rolled up and like attached to me, like I'm carrying it.
Does it want to go to dinner or something?
I will say the more time you spend near it, it's almost like it gets a little warmer.
Like a blanket.
Yeah.
I can't wait to use this tonight when I go to sleep.
You can all get the benefits of a short rest.
Let's do it.
While we are short resting, I'm going to attempt to pull Salix aside from the rest of the group.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah.
I want to let you know before I ask this that I sincerely trust your judgment, and whatever you decide, I respect that. But can I have another look at that book?
Sure. Why?
You saw what I was reading, didn't you? First time around?
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, I was just so concerned with what was happening with Mab that I hadn't really considered that Ektiarn was killed. They're dead. That means clearly that the Sealy Court can be defeated. And if I ever want to go back home, I need to make sure that happens. I want to read about Oberon and Titania.
You're talking about bringing down the fake, the entire Sealy Court?
I'd like to believe that if you just took out the head, then the rest would be able to continue living, I suppose.
But what would that mean for anyone in the Feywild?
Well, it would mean that the Unseelie could come out of hiding. Exiles could come home. I was a medic back home. And I saw injuries that no magic could heal. Fires that will burn eternally long after all of us are gone. The Sealy Court is powerful and dangerous. And I know that folklore in this part of the world has it that Sealy Fae are good and Unseelie are bad. It's a lot more complicated than that. And I'm not saying that the Sealy Court is perfect. I'm just saying that I want to go home.
Kiri, I don't know. I mean, you seem like a really good person, and I really like you, but that's a lot. Not only are you talking about, essentially a change of government, but that, I mean, I understand that the world's more complicated than just good and evil. Everything's kind of a shade of gray if you think about it, but wow. You're talking about killing what is essentially gods. I mean, that's what the necromancers are trying to do too. I mean, in a different way, and there's a lot more, but oh my goodness.
I don't really think that whatever's in that book is something that I can accomplish. Not at this point, for sure. But I feel like I need to try. Well, not try to kill anything that powerful, just try to see what there is to do.
Wow. I really wish I had more of an answer for you right now. Do you mind if I just take some time and think about it? Because that's a lot. The,
Yeah.
These are people's lives. I need to meditate on it a little bit, and I need to pray to Cord and try to figure out what would be the right thing to do. Everything needs balance, and I understand that. But some things are just too unspeakable to consider.
I understand.
I hope you don't think less of me.
You want to know
I-
what's? You want to know what's funny?
Yeah.
I think I might have thought less of you if you just let me do it. I appreciate your judgment. I think you're extremely wise, and I hope you don't think less of me now that I'm trying to do all of this.
I think I understand what you mean by you want to go home. I know how important home can be and how powerful the call is. Believe me, I do. But maybe home isn't quite where you belong. Maybe that's not right for you. And maybe the way to get there isn't the right thing to do for all. I don't know. I think I need time.
You have all the time that you need.
Can I give you a hug?
I'd like that. Going for a big ol' hug.
Yep. Giant squeeze.
Kiri is much smaller than you, around 4'11", and you are taller, so it's pretty cute.
Yeah.
Am I awake during this?
If you want to be.
Dev, are you awake during this?
They took Salix away from the group though, so.
Yeah.
Oh, so we couldn't see him.
We're
like
just
at all.
kind of hanging out.
Yeah, you probably could see them hug, but.
What do you
Hey.
think they're talking about?
They probably are complimenting each other on their physical prowess on the chess field.
They did do pretty well.
Yeah.
That reminds me, hey, you did pretty good, Dev.
You know, I saw you lasso that unicorn, and it made me really sad.
I know. It made me a little sad, but it's just a rock, right?
I guess. But you didn't kill it, so I suppose that's a good thing.
I definitely did that on purpose.
Well, I appreciate it. A little bit of restraint is never a bad thing.
Perfect. Hey, I have a question to ask you, speaking of restraint.
Uh-huh.
Actually has nothing to do with restraint. I wanted to see if I could use your pipe for a second. You always make it look so good.
Have you smoked before?
Never, but I want to try it.
Oh, really? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but like quick because like Salix could turn around like at any second.
Oh, right, okay. I pull it out. I put a little bit of the pipe weed in it, and I start tamping it. I'm going as fast as I can. This is very delicate and owner's procedure, and I'm just like tamp, 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 tamp,
You're doing great. You're doing great.
tamp, tamp, tamp. And then I light it up, get it going, and hand it over. All right, now don't inhale too quickly. Oh. Ugh. You just burned it.
Salix?
What was that?
Nothing.
Slowly.
Kendall, are you smoking?
No, not currently.
Give me it.
Here you go.
I take it and I'm... Nope, we're just sitting and enjoying a rest. Yep.
Nothing more
Right.
relaxing than watching Dev smoke their pipe.
Yep.
Mhm.
Nothing weird here.
No reason why you're coughing here?
I ate the nuts too quick. It went down the wrong pipe.
It's true, I saw it. He eats really quickly.
You know, I totally believe that Kendall would eat nuts far too fast for his own good.
They call me the quick nutter. Nuts. Quick nuts.
Get out.
Quick nut eater.
They call you what?
I don't know, Dev, help me out.
Man, you've got to be better at fibbing than this. They call him the nut gobbler. Well, at least
Call me
I'm
the
going
nut.
to.
Wait, no, I didn't like that one either. Oh, please, for the love of gods, does anybody have water?
I pass over some water for you.
And I chug some water.
Everything's fine. This is all fine. How are you, Salix?
Oh, everything's great. Nothing wrong here. All right.
That seemed odd for you to say that, but okay, we're all great.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
We're all just gonna believe the things we said. Yay! And I sit down and keep drinking some more water.
Y'all are the actual worst. Is there anything else that you would like to do in this giant's den?
Nope, we're all just gonna sit around eating nuts and healing up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And then when we're done, we'll go see the king. We've got a bone to pick with him. The hospitality has been awfully sparse.
Kendall's just he's cracking up, or I'm cracking up at this. Yes, we're gonna do that.
I will sit next to Kendall and just kind of lean up against him. Not speaking.
I lay my head on her shoulder, and after a couple moments pass, as we're kind of just sitting there quietly, I say, "Oh, Dev's pipe makes us all smell kind of smoky, huh?"
Fuzzy, I'm not an idiot. I know you were smoking his pipe. It's okay.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't recommend it. It wasn't fun,
I mean,
but I feel kind of weird now.
It's
just
just a little bit of tobacco. Mhm.
just don't stand up. You might get a little lightheaded. It'll be fine.
And then I kind of just lay my head there still and stay quiet.
I pat the ground next to me. Kiri, there's an open space.
I will definitely go sit right up at the open space by Dev. I imagine that Dev is probably the only person that Kiri doesn't lean on account of their size.
You're all taking a short rest. Kendall, you find yourself dozing off a little bit. Dozing as far as relative elven terms go. Slipping into a small trance. And as you do, images begin to flash in front of your mind. You see, in this dreamlike state, the land that you are on. You see the wildwoods, like you're zooming out as if you are a bird flying away, dipping in and out of the canopy. And first things seem normal. But then on the third dip down into the trees, into the foliage, you see something strange. A rift in space opens, and from it devils are pouring out. Everything from small, impish creatures with wings to monstrosities made of ice and bone. This form of yours flies away, and you slip back down and you see another rift, this time water spilling out of it, pouring out. Salt water, you can smell it in the air. This water takes form, an elemental form, and dives into the woods, leaving behind a wet trail. Each time you dip up and down, you see the sun rise and set several times. You know in your heart that this is a warning. That this is something that is wrong, that is happening maybe. Not now, maybe in the future, maybe the distant future. And you feel called. And then the sun rises and sets several times more. And this bird form flies up and ahead, and you see the whole land being swallowed by creatures that don't live here. Air elementals, water elementals, demons, devils. You see a massive creature, so gargantuan you can't even fathom how large it is, bigger than a city. Its footfalls taking ages, and each time its massive foot lands on the ground, the whole world shakes. It opens its maw and carves a hole into the ground. You see that was a small village that it just devoured. Suddenly everything begins to rewind, pulling back on itself. This unraveled tapestry raveling back up. You see yourself coming out of this den that you are in. You look at yourself, your face seems to be on backwards. Not actually, it's just because you're not looking at yourself in a mirror. Alright guys, whatever. You look a little strange, and your dream self looks forward to the north, brow puzzling, like a lure. You walk, sun rises and sets 4 times before you land on one of those rifts. It's small, maybe enough to stick a hand or an arm through, and it crackles with otherworldly energy. It's a portal that's forming to another plane. And you can sense something unnatural, something large and something dangerous on the other side. This is a call, Kendall. This is a call to action. And though there are no words being spoken to you, you sense that question being posed in your mind. You see in the back of your mind's eye, Salix, Kiri, Devereaux, your family being absorbed by portals, being absorbed by these otherworldly creatures. And you get the sense that if you do not accept this challenge, that you could lose everything. But to do so might cost you your own life. And there at the end of this dreamlike state, like the wind on your back, the question comes, do you accept? And it waits for your answer.
I look back to the visions of my sister and my new friends. And slowly I turn back to where I was looking, and I just muttered to myself, of course.
You are now a level 3 ranger. Horizon Walker. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session. You were all amazing. That was a great. I had a lot of fun with that one, y'all.
Ooh,
That was so good.
That's very
an
good.
That was
adventure.
rad.
I was open for it.
God. Okay, so we're gonna do our sign-offs. Go ahead and say your name, anything you want to plug, anything you want to mention, Twitter handle, etc., and then tell us your favorite part of the session tonight. Who wants to start us off?
I
Okay,
will.
fine.
Oh,
Oh.
okay. Who wants to be Sunday's Mindy? Is the real question. I'll
pick
go
Ren.
first.
Yeah, go ahead, Red.
Hi, I'm Ren. This afternoon, I played the role of Devereaux Thistlebrook, the plucky halfling fighter, who is now an arcane archer, so hooray. If you would like to follow me, I am at Thorny Dryad on Twitter, and that is my cat screaming in the background. Come on, cat, not right now. I play, obviously, Sundays here, and I'm also involved in an upcoming podcast called Roads Uncharted, which is set in the Genesis RPG system. We will be launching our flagship episodes early next year, so stay tuned for that. And I think that's my plugs. And my favorite part about the game this afternoon, oh my god, cat, was probably the fact that I loved Kendall and Devereaux getting to run around and be excited about things like real adventurers are, like responsible adults.
Very good. Who's next?
I can go next. My name is Juan Carlos, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram only at Sombero. I am the DM and host of the Paradise podcast. Although we are on a holiday hiatus, we will be coming back in the new year, and I will have a recap episode if anybody wants to skip episodes or get caught up on. I'm working on another podcast as well, but I'll hold off on that until there's more to say. And my favorite part as well was actually every interaction Kendall had with Devereaux.
Salix, aka Eris.
Hello. Today I played Salix, but actually I'm Eris Savad. You can find me mostly on Twitter. That's what I use the most, at Eris_Savad, just like it's spelled down there-ish. Or maybe it's up there. I don't know. Anyways, I normally make a whole bunch of geeky accessories, dice trays, bags, what have you. Because you're watching Open for Adventure, you can get 10% off anything in my handmade store. There's custom orders up. There's some pre-made stuff that I'm honestly surprised. There's a dice tray in there that I'm surprised has made it this long. But you can get that right now using the code O4ABAE, O for ABAE. Let's see. I stream making randomly, so you might be able to even watch me make stuff, and then when I'm done and I put it on my website, you might be able to buy it too. Yes, thank you for that code in there. And on Fridays, I also play a Planescape campaign on Savrik's channel. I always say his name wrong. Savrik's channel. at, 8 p.m. Eastern time on Fridays. So you can catch me there. It's a very weird, twisted, dark campaign, and I absolutely love it. It's a nice contrast to this one. My favorite thing was probably the wonderful decision that I now have to make, the way that Kiri asked me how if essentially I could show them the way to kill the Sealy Court. Good. Yes, good. I like this. Make me make a hard decision. So that's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait till next time.
Last but not least.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alex. This is actually, right now, I think the only thing I have going on, which is, I'm not complaining about it. This is fucking great. I love it. You can follow me on Twitter at AxolotlCure. I tweet about D&D and RPGs and other miscellaneous stuff. And favorite moment. I don't know if this is a discrete moment, but I liked both of the pairings that we had in the games of chess. I like that we started off with Devin Kiri and Salix and Kendall, the sort of like original pairs. But then I also like how we broke off into the pairs we started the game with. So I just felt like the pairings just worked really well. I loved that so much.
Beautiful. Thank you. My name is Camille. You can find me on Twitter at CamilleDoesDND. You can also find the channel on Twitter at Open4 Adventure. If you like what we've got going on here, please, there's so many things that you can do to support us. The first things first is you can go to our Patreon, which is always a great time. Lots of exclusive content. We'll start featuring more Sunday Friends content as well. In fact, tomorrow night, I'm releasing an interview from one of these fine folk. I think. Maybe we'll see. What else? Oh, the next thing that you can do is you can follow us. It's for free. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook. No, Twitter, on Twitch, wherever you find us. If you would like to help support us monetarily, Patreon is a great way to do so. Also consider giving us a subscription. Thank you to everybody who gifts subscriptions. Y'all are amazing. The last way you can support us is by telling your friends about Open for Adventure, because we love making new friends. If you also like what we got going on here, come join us in our Discord, because it's poppin'. We've got some really great people, and we would love to welcome you into our Discord channel. My favorite part of the night tonight was the creative solutions that my players came up with for that skill challenge. Skill challenges are so much fun for me. I love to do them. And y'all absolutely blew that out of the park. After one quick explanation, you had it down, and y'all were amazing. So that was my favorite part. Don't forget to love each other. We are going to go ahead and do that thing where we sign off. Oh, but before I go, I'd like to give a shout out to our warm fuzzy patrons, who are Belchavez and Callan. Thank you, Belchavez and Callan, for being amazing. And credits. I always forget to pull this up. And I think that's it. So we're going to go ahead and call it a day. Y'all have a great night. Come join us tomorrow for Fate's Chase. Oh, and I'm sorry, King Sweet Kyle. Thank you, King Sweet, our newest warm fuzzy patron. Thank you. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Y'all have a great night. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Okay, bye.